It's finally happened. The moment where I have become so old and a new wave of artists have completely taken over the artist alley and I don't recognize a goddamn face in this bitch. I'm taking y'all on a classic Artist Alley vlog episode. No crazy editing. I don't have my cameraman here with me. It's just me talking to you on the camera, all right? So the loading dock went smooth, just in and out, very organized, unlike regular AX. This is the first year that they have Anime Expo Chibi. So Anime Expo is the biggest anime convention in the US, and they made this little side piece event, and I figured, hey, I'm in California, I may as well sign up for it, give it a shot, get in on the ground floor. I was talking with my people on the Twitch stream, and if you're not on the Twitch stream, you gotta hop in on that, help me out. We were talking like, this show is either gonna be like really, really good or really, really bad. So we're talking about classic vloggy episodes, but we also talk about classic Chris mentality. Back in the day, if you've been watching me for a while, you know how I would always be like, well, I'm in the back of the room, attendee to vendor ratio is no good, and all that crazy stuff. And technically, like, that stuff does matter, but at the end of the day, I found if you just come in with a nice attitude and some fire artwork, you'll be fine. Don't listen to old Chris. Listen to new Chris. All right, let's get the Twitch going. If you're not following me on Twitch, it's where I am. Okay? I didn't vanish from here. I just existed somewhere else. So let's go live on Twitch and let's hang out with these people, my peoples, as we record. All right, so I'm at Anime Expo Chibi, and we're setting up the table, okay? I have an exhibitor spot, but I'll be selling my fan art. The original plan was to do a big live drawing here, you know, like I did at regular AX, but I sat here and I thought about it, and I decided I'd much rather get a really fat fucking paycheck. And the live drawings, while cool, do not accomplish that. Nowhere near. So, thank you. All right, since this is a classic style episode, I'm just gonna give you a rundown of the convention. This is Anime Expo Chibi. You know, Anime Expo is the big anime convention that I'm always talking about because it's my favorite show. Has nothing to do with the fact that that's like where I make a shit ton of money, but they're having a side event called Anime Expo Chibi. Cute name. This one's still in Southern California, just off to the side a little bit if you're unfamiliar with the area. This is Ontario, California. This convention center used to be where Anime Los Angeles used to be held, and I have done that show a few times. Don't do that show. And I feel like AX showed a lot of restraint setting up this show. You know, when we talked about it a lot, when cons get really, really up their own ass, they're just like, we're gonna do fucking 4 days, and you know, like, they said they're only doing 2 days. It's a pretty small venue, and I think that's good. That means that, like, they sold out of tickets, by the way. That means like all the attendees, all the traffic is gonna be very dense. That usually helps with sales. There are not a lot of artists. I think it's what, 240, 250, and then the vendors hall is like really small. So this looks like it sets it on paper, the way everything's turning out. This looks like it's going to be a good show. So I'm happy about that. The reason I chose to do this one is I wanted to kind of get in on the ground floor. Like, if AX does start expanding the same way, like, I don't know who's old enough to remember like Wizard World, but it's like Wizard World like in different locations, right? So if AX does eventually branch out and do something like that, and they have a bunch of smaller shows, across the place, and if they know how to manage it and they're all good, I'd like to go to the ground floor on that, and that's what we're doing here. Yeah, so I have an exhibitor spot. This was like $800 or some shit, $800, and it's a 10 by 10 space. I'm up against the wall, which is cool. But again, the exhibitor hall is so small, it doesn't really matter where you are. Especially, again, since they sold out the tickets, it doesn't matter. The Artist Alley is not in the same hall as here. The Ontario Convention Center has a temporary building, which means it's just like a big tent. I mean, it's fancier than a tent, but I mean, it's a fucking tent. And that's outside. And I think it's fine, but you're probably gonna hear a lot of people complaining about it. Yeah. I think those tables, what were those tables, 250 or something like that? I don't know, but everyone here should be making money this weekend. Who cares if it's a little chilly outside, whatever. If you get the exhibitor, the way the exhibitors worked is you apply. If they approve, you get on a phone call with them, and then you pick your table. It's first come, first serve when it comes to table picking. Once you get notice of, being accepted. So, if you do something like this in the future and they accept you, hit them up right away. Because I waited a few hours before hitting them back, and by the time I got with my video call, my meeting with them, like a lot of the tables up front were already taken. So that's why I'm up against the wall. But again, it's small enough where it doesn't even matter where you are. What else can I say about this show? I think that's it. This is like a very basic looking show. Small vendor hall, small artist alley, a nice but pretty compact convention center. It's in a nice area. Weebs have come to this convention center before because, like I said, Anime Los Angeles used to be here, so it's not like where's this place? No, they know what this place is. So that's it. That's the breakdown of this show. And when it's all said and done, I will let you guys know my opinions on it. So first, we're gonna go set up. The lights that I use, these are they're for sheet music. So if you are looking for some really cheap but pretty powerful USB charged LEDs that you can hook up to like battery packs, just get some of these. I think they're like $19 a piece on Amazon. I know that there are different kinds you can get. Like a lot of people like to use ring lights. I got these because of the aesthetic. I like the straight line. I think ring lights they're stronger, or like I don't know. I've seen people use ring lights and it actually looks really good. I'm telling you, the only reason I got these is because they're rectangles and I thought it looked more in line with my design. I swear to God, that's the only reason I got them. So. Oh, pro panels, so expensive, but they're so fucking sexy when they're set up. All right, so the pro panels that I bought are the collapsible ones, where instead of being 8 feet tall, I have 2 4 feet tall ones. It just makes it easier to transport. A little bit more expensive, but again, it's just you're paying for convenience, right? So these are the tops. I'm about to unload the bottoms. Bottoms are considerably heavier. By the way, this isn't like fucking advertisement for pro panels. I paid for these myself. But I really like these. You guys know in 2019 when I did the big Anime Expo drawing, that's what I got these for. And anytime I could drive to a con, I bring them now. So one of the things I like about the model that I got is when you put them together, the top and the bottom, this is the bottom so you can see the feet, stands at 8 feet tall. However, they can expand outwards and you can just count the rivets on there so you can make sure that they're all even. So just bring them all the way to the last one, right? This adds an extra foot to the height of it. Pretty sweet. Looks good, looks good, looks good. All right. I like to start with the corners because then it could stand. Put stuff in a straight line, it falls over. Pull back just a little bit. Have myself enough room to work. But we want to have this as close to the attendees as possible so they can just see it. You know, they can taste it, they can smell that shit. Plus, specifically with my drawings, there's so much detail involved, right? You put it too far, like we were talking about earlier, you put it too far back in the booth, they're not even gonna be able to tell what it is. Maybe if you have a single character drawing where it's just like one big picture of like fucking Luffy or something, that, you know, that'll work. But for mine, I need this as close to them as possible. In regards to workspace, this looks good. All right, so real simple deal here. Because there is a Velcro strap on the bottom. So you put these pins, you put this rubber fastener, and then you have the Velcro strap at the bottom, and then at the top there's these metal braces that you put on, and then you have these stiffener bars. So it's pretty fucking sturdy once it's all said and done. Alright, look, this thing I'm about to tell you, this thing I'm about to say, I know it's like really cheap, but you know, you go to enough cons and you're gonna get some of these, the trash cans. I jacked these trash cans, right? No, I bought them, fucking bought them, because they came with the table. When I pre-roll my bigger prints, my 24 by 36s, I roll them and I put them in plastic sleeves, and then I just label them with a Sharpie real quick so I know it's wet. And I open these. And then you can just put the prints standing upright, so when it's time to, you know, for the client, when the customer buys it, you just grab it. I know I've seen people buy, like, they'll bring, you know, those really cheap, not cheap, but like inexpensive, like metal rail shelves. That works too, because then you can just stack all your inventory. But this is just way easier to transport. Pretty much everything I do revolves around how easy is it going to be to transport on a plane. That's pretty much it. I brought an entire stack of an entire case of the 24 by 36 cylinder plastic sleeves. Little merchandise bags, you just buy them from Uline. Originally I bought a case of these for myself, and then I was just like, they're cheap little plastic bags. I can't remember how much I buy them for, like pennies, right? And then I usually just upsell them for $1 to everyone who buys something from you. You just like, you'll see it later during the day. Hey, you want to buy 2 get 1 free, whatever? They buy 1 print. You're like, okay, cool. So I offer these bags instead of saying you should buy this bag. I like to ask, do you need this bag? And then they're like, yeah, I need it. Well, what you need, I got what you need. And then I'm fucking delirious right now. I didn't go to sleep last night, but buy them for pennies, upsell them for $1. You buy thousands of them at a time, and that's a lot of extra money for fucking nothing. And it makes the customer's life easier because now they have a bag. So win, 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 win. If you have bougie bags with your logo on it, that's preferred. The reason I don't invest in that is because, like I said, I'm not in the long haul for cons, so I'm not gonna invest in stuff like that. But I'll invest in a couple penny bags. And these lamps are USB powered, like I said, just regular micro USBs. So I just have a lot of these really long cords. They don't gotta be USBs, or was it USB 3 or anything like that. They're just regular cords, okay? Not very expensive. I brought 3 battery packs. My friend's gonna let me borrow his, so I'll have 4 battery packs for 6 lights. That'll be good. Lots of large prints. We'll do our best to stay organized back here. Might have a hard time hearing me because you guys are like hella far and the mic on my phone sucks. But we're at Anime Expo Chibi. I finished setting up my booth. And what's up, Twitch chat? If you're not following me on Twitch, I swear to fucking God. But yeah, so I have all my 11x17s signed. I signed them at home. And it's very time consuming to like sleeve them one by one when people are at the table. So you sleeve as many as possible before the show. That way you just hand them out. And it's okay to oversleeve. You just take them out of the sleeve later. Yeah. All right, so I'm in the exhibitors hall, not the artist alley. So there's a part of me that's been concerned about my fan art in the exhibitors hall, because a lot of the times conventions don't allow that in the exhibitors hall. When I'm walking around, hell of people has fan. If they take me, I'm a fucking be like, you gotta take everybody. What are you talking about? I don't have a Dragon Ball drawing. Mine's called Journey to the West. How's the expo going? It hasn't started yet. Today is just day 0, where all the exhibitors get to kind of, stop it. Ah. All right, so on my way out, I figured stop by the artist alley, exhibitor hall inside the main convention center building, artist alley, temporary structure. It's a fancy tent. Look, if it facilitates attendees spending money, it's a good structure to me. So, let's see what they got going on in here. Looks very similar to Anime Los Angeles a couple of years ago. Oh, it's like a hangar. I'm liking the classic vlog vibes. This is gonna be so much easier to edit. We are 10 minutes until the doors open. You guys know, when you're in the exhibitors hall, you normally are not allowed to do unlicensed fan art, and that's why when you see me at like main Anime Expo, I go in with my original concept art. Most of the time when I do exhibitors hall, I do only bring my original concept art, or I do the big live drawing, you know, those Kim Jong-gi inspired type of things. So if you saw the last 2 Anime Expos, I did it. I do it at the night market. The Fanime, I've done it a few times. And when I was walking around Anime Expo earlier this year, like main Anime Expo, in the exhibitors hall, I did see a lot of fan art. And it made me just think like, well, are you guys just not enforcing this? Because, you're gonna enforce it for some and not others. And so I had the choice today, or I had the choice for this show to do the big live drawing or just sell some prints. And, I draw live for people and perform all the time. And I've already put my money where my mouth is so much with my original concept art and the live drawings. And maybe this time I just thought maybe it'd be nice to just, come in and get a paycheck like everyone else, that'd be pretty nice.
I just brought you some stuff.
Oh no!
Some snacks for you. I know you like eating clean when you're on the road.
I appreciate. Whoa!
Something for the dog.
Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Okay. So we're starting our day, so we'll see you on the weekend, okay?
Oh yeah. Feel free to come by if you need to take a rest or something. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
think that somewhere in this, there's like a tiny little mistake, and then that you just can't find it.
There has to be.
There has to
Yeah,
be,
there's no
right?
way because that took that the Dragon. Oh, are you talking about the Dragon Ball piece?
Or just anything.
Yeah, I mean they take so long and they're so like this. But the thing that helps is I do live stream when I draw them.
Oh,
So like if I mess up,
viewers won't see it.
my viewers, that happens all the time. Like, hey, what happened to this? I'm like, what are you talking about? And they'll point it out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I'm sure there's still mistakes, but there's far less than there would be if I didn't have them
That's
watching.
awesome.
Yeah.
What do you stream on?
I stream on dual stream on Twitch and YouTube.
I need it.
Oh, they're going to
You know, there's another thing about being in the exhibitor hall versus the artist alley. A lot of people just kind of assume you're like an art dealer rather than the artist, because I mean they have the artist alley. Attendees don't know the stuff that we all know, the stuff that we talk about, right? That seems like common sense, common knowledge to us, but not to them. Are you interested?
Yeah, so, huh?
Are you interested in one of these?
All right, thank you, man. I might be back for that.
Yeah, I'll be trapped here.
Nice. Snap one. What do we got? We got.
So
I'll take this.
All right, so there's a family that their daughters watch my videos, and they're hella cool, and they came by and they dropped off a big old bag of this.
See, that's
They always give me a gift. Well,
know
it's not so much clout, it's because I'm providing services and information.
It is, no.
But that is clout, yeah.
That is a form of clout.
And then,
it's not sucking
and
up
then
clout, but it's a form of
they
clout.
dropped off for the new puppy because they know I got my new puppy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Oh,
that's
You
great.
be nice to people. You want people to be nice to you.
Of course, huh?
so
How big is your artwork?
Could-
Cactus, no.
well, these are digital.
Yeah,
So
how big
yeah,
is ours?
11,000 and some change by 18,000 and some change.
Wow. How
I
big
could
is
act-
your computer?
I actually, when I was working on the Pokemon piece earlier this year, it was like taking forever to save and it was slowing down. I thought I had built my computer last April and I thought it was good. It just kept slowing down. I was, what the hell is going on? I was using it. I had 32 gigs of RAM and I thought that was okay. It used 100% of it. So I just maxed out my motherboard to 128, and then when I was running the file, it was using like 98 gigs of RAM out of that. I'm like, holy shit. I've never seen any, because it's so big, the file,
it's
yeah.
so big. So much information in there.
Yeah, I've never seen anything use that kind of,
That's crazy.
yeah, so
Yeah. That's why I got
it
that.
forced me to upgrade my computer. Yeah. All right, man. So today was cool. It was real slow. But you know what? Like the morning was hella busy. I almost called you. That's how busy it was. Like the first half of the day. I mean, I broke even on everything. Like 2 hours. Yeah. So I was just like, oh, it's fucking over. You know? Because table was 800, and then gas. Luckily, I'm staying with you. And it's just like, basically in my head, I was like, if I do 1,000, I consider that breaking even. Because gas. But I mean, 2 hours we did that. I was just like, oh, this is gonna be like a $4,000 or $5,000 Saturday, right? Nope. It just like 2, 3 o'clock. It just died.
Right.
And all my friends in the artist alley, the first half of the day was hella dead, and then it picked up for them later on in the day.
Because everybody went there probably afterwards.
Or maybe they finally fucking figured out where it was. I don't even know how I'm gonna make a video out of this because it's so boring.
It's really boring.
A whole lot of nothing happened.
Dude,
How the
even
fuck
for
am I
the
supposed to?
attendees, it's
Oh
so
yeah?
boring. Yeah.
What was it like out there? Because you went as an attendee today.
I did, yeah. So we walked around. As soon as we got there, we went to the exhibitor hall. We snaked the whole thing. It was like maybe 1 or 2 nice things. We took some pictures. We did some stupid stuff. Then we went out.
Did you play the gachapon machines?
No, I didn't. It was kind of boring. I don't know. I think I'm just like, I'm desensitized.
Oh,
to this, dude.
yeah. It's like
It's
what
not
it's like what
fun
happened. It's like what
anymore.
happened with my wife. Fucking, she just doesn't like cons anymore. She just doesn't find it interesting because you've seen it too much. You've desensitized yourself.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, though. Here's how I know it's bad. Because even my buddies who are not desensitized, and they love doing this stuff, they were like, at 3 o'clock, we went outside, and we're like, you guys want to go home? And we're like, yeah, let's go home. Because the 21 Lounge was like...
Oh, there's a 21
It was
lounge.
a 21 Lounge, and it was like not that great. It's just like they served drinks and there was a live DJ, but like that,
What was he
really
playing?
Going on.
Weeb shit?
Yeah, like weeb EDM,
Okay.
which was cool.
Which
It was
is-
cool.
That's what you have to expect. You go to a weeb show.
Yeah,
I
but
actually would expect them to
yeah.
play, yeah.
But you know what's crazy? We went to Senpai Squad, and they were playing dubstep, dog, and I was like, I just want to stay here. And but you know, like I was like,
Senpai, did they have cars?
there was a lot of cars, like,
Yeah.
more cars than I thought. But like around that area, I don't think it was Senpai Squad themselves. Maybe it was, but there was a booth next to them. They were playing dubstep, which was really cool.
I want to stand here all day.
Yeah, I was like, I just want to stand here, and so. But like we like looped around the exhibitor hall. Then we went out to like get some like food. But they like ran out of food already. Like we went to like the drink place to get like, you know, corn on the cob or something. They ran out of corn on the cob. Like they just ran out of everything. And the lines were super long. So, you know, we went to the artist alley. So we snaked around the artist alley, and the ventilation is like really bad in there. So like,
Was it stuffy?
It was stuffy. You know, people's body odor. It was there too. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's a temporary structure. It's a big tent. So,
Yeah.
like, it doesn't have ventilation. Like, it doesn't have, like, circulated. Yeah.
Yeah, it just wasn't great. After that, we went to the 21 Lounge Club, and we didn't really like it, so we went to like Anime Expo's their booth outside.
Oh, their merch booth.
Yeah, their merch booth.
I like the merch they had.
The only thing I liked was the snapback. It was really dope, but I don't look good with hats, so that's a whole nother story. But we didn't get anything. Like maybe I bought this candle. That's
You went to a
really good.
fucking anime expo and you're just like, check this out. I got a candle that looks like boba. That's actually hella cute.
Smell this.
I don't blame you
Yeah.
for getting this
No,
fucking
it
hella
smells
cute.
like Taro Boba. That's why I got it, because
Do you have to open it or is
Yeah,
it
you can
is
just
it
pop
breathe
it
up?
it smells really good. Dude, it smells good.
This is hella cute, dude.
Yeah,
This is where I get you. That's why.
Yeah, so I was like, yo, this is dope. Like, I've not actually seen this at a con, so I was like, this is really creative. And
Where
I
was
like
that? Artist Alley?
it. No, it was exhibitor.
Oh. What are your thoughts? The question is, what are your thoughts on AI generated art backlash on Twitter in general? Or are you talking about what DeviantArt just did? See, I've actually what DeviantArt just released, their Dream Up AI. I've known about it for a while. I couldn't talk about it, right? But I fucking knew it was coming. I even told them. I even told them in our secret chat. I was just like, I don't know, son. Like, I don't know. This is not gonna be like, nobody's gonna like this. Like, the topic comes up, and you get a lot of people. You get the people against it and the people for it, and just kind of everybody just needs to shut the fuck up, because it's like, I guess I'm just really tired of it. I'm not even deep in the conversation with it, but I get asked the question like every day now, what's your opinion on AI stuff? I'm like, look, if you're against it, shut the fuck up. If you're for it, just shut the fuck up. Because this is how tired I am of it, because people who are against it, they're just so loud, complaining, and they're not going to do anything about it, and they're refusing to adapt when adapting is the only way to ever like move forward in life, right? And then the users of AI to generate art, boy, you all jump through some fucking mental loopholes, right? You got to do some mental gymnastics to make yourself feel better about, you fucking know what you're doing, and you go into like message board, or you go into Twitter, or you go into my fucking Discord, and you start instigating stuff. You fucking know what you're doing. So everyone, just shut the fuck up. That's what
I saw
taking
the
a-
post on Twitter for about
Yeah.
still here. I saw one guy was buying this guy still had like a bunch of those prints from that place. I'm like, it's because they're cheap. They're charging like $5 for a small print, $10 for this size. Like I think it's like that was like $20 for that.
Yeah, I went over there and talked to the guys.
Well, they're
I
saying,
didn't
once
come
they
up on
email
them.
the con and tell them like, nah.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
boyfriend about it, he didn't get it. And I said,
oh, you didn't get it? I mean, like,
I'm like, the bottom line is computers are not people. They can't think. So for them, they follow the input. So if you input this artwork, that's all it's going to generate is that. But the problem is, it didn't create that.
I know,
It created it, somebody else did.
yeah, I know the whole process. I mean, we all know that the whole process to it is some bullshit. But I mean, that dude is like so open about it. but it'd be really easy for someone to hide it. And they're not going to be able to regulate it. They're not going to regulate it.
If like he drew the artwork and put it into the program, that'd be fine. But your artwork that you drew and put into the program, that's cool. That's your artwork. But if you didn't draw it, you Googled it.
Yeah. No, I get that. I'm talking about in the future because he's so blatant about it. That's why he's got busted. I mean, if he was he was low key about it and just went into the artist alley and did it like touched it up just a little bit to get rid of those weird squiggles that the AI makes.
The hands too. All the hands are hidden because apparently AI can't generate hands.
Yeah.
It's eyes and the hands are the giveaway.
Yeah, for sure. It is. Yeah, that's why there's no hands over there. But I mean, like, it's gonna happen where you're not gonna be able to tell whose is what, and they can't enforce it because they can't just assume somebody's is and then ban them from the con. You know, it's over. Like,
yeah, then all of a sudden it's like, well, we can pay someone $2 to draw something. It takes you how long? 2 weeks and work off.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, all that is true. It's just you can't. There's no way that these cons, specifically cons, are going to be able to enforce it. It's impossible. So, in my opinion, it's just kind of, I don't know. I think it's kind of over. All of this stuff that's happening, all this trying to figure out this and that, and I don't want any part of it. I'm here to make I know. It's just like this whole thing, man. It's just the art community is so. I mean, they're not a community. They're just a bunch of people. I'm not gonna lie. In regards to anything that's interesting here, I gotta say, you know about the AI booth over there? No. There's like this big old people getting all crazy on Twitter about it because like they're selling.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it the DA thing, or just
No, that's a different thing.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, no, it's a table over there.
Oh.
Yeah.
They like have like.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're selling prints of like stuff they've pre-generated. They do little paint overs on it because they have an artist in the back. I actually went to go talk to them because everyone's giving them a fucking crazy hard time, but I wanted to understand what they're doing, right? Because that tech's not going anywhere. So I wanted to understand what they were doing. So I go over there. I was talking. What's up?
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I went over there and I was talking to him, and he was just telling me the whole process of it, and the business model is pretty solid. And I'm just like,
if they're doing a full paint over,
not a full paint, just like a couple minutes.
So
Yeah.
they have the AI do it and then they touch up to make it.
Yeah, so they have one section where they're doing prints, and the prints are like touched up AI images, and then they also they have a double booth. So half of it is that. The other half, they have this big monitor here, and then they have you fill out this form, and then you put in all these details, and they'll put it into the magic machine in the back, and then it'll produce like I think 12 images for them, and then they'll let the person who commissioned it pick which one, and then they have the artist in the back do a quick paint over of it to fix all the stuff, and they print it on the spot, and they're printing it on like paper, glossy paper, shirts, on the spot. Yeah.
they're taking that and making it very unique.
Yeah, so I went to, instead of yelling at them like fucking everyone else, I just went to go talk to them, and I was like, this is a great business model.
Dude,
This AI is not going anywhere, and you got in on it first. So I gave them like props, and I was like, wow,
biggest-
fucking creative.
My
Like,
biggest thing with AI is like,
I mean, it's still bullshit. No. It's still bullshit, but I'm talking about like it's not going anywhere. So from a business perspective,
Yeah,
it's like, that's
as a
cool.
business person, like it makes sense. Like,
But the whole AI thing's still bullshit. It's
My-
just,
Yeah.
like my thing about it right now, because you're telling me it's like they're touching it up and they're like actually going back there and like
yeah, they have an artist back there.
if-
you
they're
know.
going in there
Yeah.
because it's like it's the same thing as. Like,
but
as
no,
if you're
what
doing,
he's saying, it's not enough to be like what concept artists do.
Yeah,
Concept
exactly.
artists do full like.
Well,
Yeah, I'm not picky on like.
I saw.
I'm just like, look, people got bills to pay.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, fucking whatever. I don't really care. I'm also not worried about it because I'm really good at drawing, so I'm not scared of that shit.
Yeah, I don't see someone like replicating it.
Well, it's not just this, because this is just the stuff I sell at cons. You know, the ink stuff that I do.
You should
That's
see his other ink stuff as well.
oh, this is my shenanigan stuff
'Cause
for
he knows
money.
this
Yeah,
is what.
this is my shenanigan work. Yeah, but I'm just anyway. I went over there and I talked to him, and he walked me through the process. I thought it was really cool. If you're looking for something really unique, honestly, you go talk to
wanna
him.
go check
It's fucking cool. It's really cool. Yeah, it's like I haven't been wowed by something at a con in a long time. It's like, wow, this is new.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, you're telling me about it, and I was like, that sounds real, like
Mm-hmm.
really good. It sounds interesting because it's like they're just not like having somebody just like, oh, here's the image.
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah.
It's like no. Here's the process, and here's the
I
drawing.
only had a quick conversation with them, but I believe they're like software developers who are running that booth. You know, they put their money in. He even told me that he's not going to be making his money back. He just wanted to try it. So I'm just like, yeah, he hired a crew. Their table setup looks really good. I'm like, so you put your money where your mouth is, and you're doing something cool. So I think if you're looking for something interesting, I swear to God, just go over there. It's fucking cool, yeah. How familiar are you with the concept of AI art?
Not very, other than it's the future of art.
But you know of it? You've heard of it? So basically, they have these generating programs. You just type some prompts into it, and there are ways to like, use it more effectively. But ultimately, it sources like images and stuff from around the internet. So it's basically just taking a bunch of pictures that exist, right? So anyway, someone in the artist alley, right? Here at fucking AX.
It's already out there then.
Oh yeah, it's fucking rap, dude. They have a whole wall of stuff. All that.
It's legit good.
But it's not handmade though.
I know, but like it's better than like what I was seeing in Artist Alley. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's just because their skill level is low. That's a totally different. Those are two different things. No, but my point is, that's not like handmade. But the argument that they're probably gonna make about something like that is, well, I mean, like this fucking weird.
It's not even so cheap too.
Because it costs them nothing to. It doesn't cost them time or energy to make it. Like, that's it.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, so people on Twitter going crazy right now.
It's the same thing with like 3D printing and how it's putting a lot of businesses out, right?
I guess you could equate it that way, yeah. But the reason I'm not really concerned is because there's always going to be a market for like traditional art or like doing those live drawings that I do. Like there's always going to be a market for that. So basically, it's just like you either need to get hella good, do something really unique. You can't just be doing, in my opinion, you can't just be doing like digital art prints anymore. Like I'm sure you can, and it'll still work, but it's like as the AI gets stronger.
And then you gotta compete with prices like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Because like a bunch of AI people who they could make walls of stuff in like days, right? Regular artists can't do that, and they can sell it for cheap. That's gonna bring the whole price of everything down. You know what I'm talking about?
Can I do something like that with AI art?
Yes, you can.
I don't actually have to be an artist, right?
Nope. You know how I spend hours and thousands of hours training? Nah, fuck all that.
Can they replicate like your Pokemon or Dragon Ball piece?
No. Not yet. Not yet.
Interesting.
But anyway, is that fascinating?
Give or take, how much time do you think it'll take before the entire artist market is just diluted with that?
I think it's already.
Really?
It's already there, dude.
You
And then
to lay people like me, we might think, oh, this is really good art. Nope,
yeah,
this is-
like I wouldn't even consider you like layman because you kind of have some information on this stuff, right? This is just a weeb fan. You're just like, oh man, those are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Have the artist's eye. Go to the cons a lot, so you have nothing to compare it to. You're just like, how much is it? Like $5? Fuck, let's get like 10 of them, right?
Yeah. How much does it cost to get an AI art, like a robot, like an AI?
Dude, those programs are free online.
Like how much?
Huh?
Like if I wanted to buy an AI.
No. You do it online. It's free.
No. It's free. So I could just print a bunch of stuff and say that I'm an artist and go out and sell it.
Mhm.
And I live here in SoCal.
You do whatever the fuck you call yourself, whatever you want, man. Ain't nobody stopping you. That's what I'm saying, man. That's why now, in order to stand out, you have to like show people that you can draw. Like I look at that, and I'm just like, well, how do you beat it, right? How do you beat something this powerful, right? Just like, oh, I get it. Just be good.
If I'm just looking to make money, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's what everyone's doing in general. But like, I don't freak out about it because I'm just like, look, everyone needs to eat, right? So there are worse things you could be doing. That's my opinion on it. However, if I see someone using AI generated stuff, I mean, I'll never be able to, like, I will never let you stand next to me and be like, yeah, we're both artists, right? I'm like, fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I respect that you gotta eat. Get the fuck out of here.
Like Tony. He's not an artist, but he's definitely...
There you go, yeah. But he's not also walking around being like, yeah, dude, I'm the fucking shit.
Yeah. He's more like, yeah, I'm trying to make a buck.
Yeah. But the artwork that he is selling is handmade. He's basically a dealer. Oh, my watch.
He's an art dealer. It's his first company.
Anyway, I just saw that on Twitter right now. People going fucking crazy.
Like, they angry?
Oh, they angry.
They scared, huh?
They scared. Ask me if I'm scared.
Are you
No.
scared?